Hey, welcome to this week's Marvel Movie News, guys. I'm Rob, and sorry for the audio issues last week. I've fixed them this week, so let's jump straight into this because I've got a lot. Right, we're going to start with rumours, and Rachel McAdams is apparently not playing Clea in Doctor Strange, but she will be playing the Night Nurse, which was apparently thought to be Rosario Dawson's role, but then Marvel came out and said, no, that's not true, she's Claire Temple. Okay, Ryan Coogler, who directed Fruitvale Station and also the Rocky spin-off Creed, apparently, according to Rourke Hollywood, is being eyed for the Black Panther solo movie. El Mayemba told Rourke Hollywood that there's plans to develop a Moon Knight TV series. Leave it in the comments what you think about that. Now, Iron Fist, sticking with Netflix, Iron Fist is apparently going to get scrapped because it's just too hard to make. Hopefully this is a fake rumor, like a lot of like the Inhumans rumor, but you know, we don't know yet. I'll report on that next week. And sad news, as a rumour was debunked the other day that the Fantastic Four was joining the MCU in 2020, but that it was not true. The MCU, the Fantastic Four, is still with Fox, and there still will be the sequel to the Fantastic Four film. Oh, sorry, Fantastic. This came about because Fox announced two new TV shows, which were Legion and the Hellfire Club. Now, Vin Diesel was out promoting The Last Witch Hunter, and he spoke about playing Black Bolt and that he'd be totally open to it. And in another interview, he told IGN that he wanted to see Groot grow in the next Guardians of the Galaxy, and how cool it would be if there was a giant Groot. What do you think about that? Now, Ronda Rousey has been eyed for Captain Marvel by a lot of people. A lot of people see her fitting that, but she said in an interview that hopefully by the time Captain Marvel comes around, I will have enough experience and skills in the field for them to really seriously consider me. Now that's good on her, because she's really wanting this role, so she's willing to try and do everything she can. Now, sticking with Captain Marvel, the writers have said it's a challenge trying to define her weaknesses. Obviously, it's a bit like Superman, but she doesn't have kryptonite. But they do say that's the fun of it, so hopefully that's good. Now, Ant-Man, released on Blu-ray. Now there's the Blu-ray trailer, which is narrated by Luis or Michael Piena, but also it needs only another 90 million and it will hit 500 million worldwide. No wonder they're making an Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, according to BDM, the reason Marvel hired Taika, I forget his name, the person who's directing Thor Ragnarok, was to bring a touch of lightness. Now, a lot of people were confused because he's a mostly comedy director, but apparently Christopher Yost's script is really dark, and it's said to have an apocalyptic vibe to it. So they really need like a touch of lightness in it. And as people say, it's easier for a comedy director to do drama than a drama director to do comedy. Now, here's the news you really wanted to hear about Thor Ragnarok, and that is Hulk is confirmed to appear in it. Now, get hyped, people, because Hulk's in space. On to TV now, and I'm really powering through. But Powers Booth from Sin City, Deadwood, and Tombstone has joined the cast of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as Gideon Malik. Not the same role as he was in the Avengers, where he was part of the council. This is a completely different role. And apparently, according to Jeff Loeb, he said he's a man even Grant Ward would fear. So, there's been a description of episode 5 released, and it's the title is 4,722 hours, and the description is, after her dramatic rescue from another planet, Simmons is still reeling from her ordeal, and reveals how she had to fight for her life in a harsh new world. Now, I'm really sorry that I'm just skimming through everything here, people, but I've got to. Episode 4 promo, the episode 4 promo was released, and I'll read the description and put the thing on the screen for you to see. Having reluctantly agreed to share information with Rosalind and the ATCU, Coulson and the team go and search for the Inhuman who is killing off other Inhumans, and May feels that Hunter's mission to take down Ward is getting too personal. Right, on to Netflix now. When Luke Cage, so obviously Luke Cage is going to appear in Jessica Jones. Now, when he appears in Jessica Jones, he will have his powers. However, they will be new to him, and he won't know the capabilities of himself yet. And there is, in episode 2, apparently there is a scene where he is kind of really close to a table saw, and he comes away unscathed, of course, because of his unbreakable skin. But he didn't know that at the time. Mike Coulter also revealed in an interview that when Luke Cage will be set after Jessica Jones, and he says it's a few months after Jessica Jones. So, and he's in Uptown Harlem because he's trying to lay low. He's a wanted man, and he says that he has a few problems because he's got to intervene with issues in Harlem. He says normal people can just say that's not my problem, and these are his words: you can't do that when you're a superhero. You have these gifts, now use them. Now that seems really cool to me. Now at Comic-Con there was some showings of Jessica Jones, and people were like, will they really show that scene in Jessica Jones? Because obviously there was the famous Brian Michael Bendis run when things happened between Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, and they did that. They have done that and they showed it, and people said it was pretty intense, but that's the way real grown-ups have sex, not the way neutered TV superheroes do. So I'm not going to go any further into that, but there you know now. Now, David Tennant's Kilgrave. Now, a big part of the character is that he's got mind control abilities. Now, Vulture reports that he will be using his mind control powers to commit at least 2 rapes. And that's a big part of the character and what makes him so scary as well. So we're going to move on now to the Daredevil Season 2 trailer, which will be on screen for you to see. And you get to see Elektra. It's about 30 seconds long, but there is a lot in it. Now, it does tease the Punisher at one point, but then straight after you see the back of his head, and you see him walking through what looks like a hospital, and then also he speaks. Bang. Now, you should have heard what he said there, and not many people. There's a bit of argument on what he actually says. Is it bang or is it beg? It's obviously John Bernthal trying to do I was about to say Frank Bernthal. John Bernthal doing a New York accent. Right now, moving on to Fox, and Bryan Cranston came out last week and said he wants to play a really evil villain, and he's came out this week and said he wants to play Mr. Sinister in an X-Men film. Now, Fox, make that happen. Right, this is this week's Marvel movie news. Sorry guys, it's been really long. I've tried to power through myself, but there is a lot I had to report on. I've cut this down as quick as well as I can. See you guys later. Leave it down in the comments, leave a like. I've been Rob. Goodbye.